Alright, welcome back. Now, I tried soloing floor 6 as a Berserker, alright? I don't know why I had this idea, I just had this idea in my mind, and yeah, I'm pretty successful. So, you know what, first of all, let me go ahead and showcase you all the gear, and there are some tricks that you have to use when you're fighting the boss. So dungeon clearing, I mean the room clearings are like fairly simple, they're very easy, and yeah, I did this with a kind of a cheap Berserker setup, 5-star superior, soul whip. Basically, this is not that expensive. All right, if you guys want to, you guys can do this. I don't know why you would want to do this, like, having a team is always better, but I guess it's fun soloing floor 6, right? It's kind of a flex or something. I don't know. First things first, so, while I was room clearing, I was using this, my superior. Why am I using superior and not shadow assassin? There's a good reason for that. Even though shadow assassin does have a lot of damage, when you are trying to solo, you'll need some EHP just so you can tank the mobs. And when you're trying to fight stuffs like an FA, right? It's always good to have that a little bit of a good headroom just so you can, keep yourself just so you can survive. So yeah, I use this non-recommed ancient superior dragon with growth 5, prot 5, and rejuvenate 5, hot potato booked, and yeah, it deals enough damage. All right, for a room clearing, it's very good. Now the pet that I was using, it's got to be Baby Yeti pet. All right, there is no point in using any other pet besides Baby Yeti, because yeah, when you hold it with your flower of truth, then you'll get like tremendous amount of defense, and yeah, it's always pretty good. Now weapon, my main weapon while I'm room clearing is actually Soul Whip. Soul Whip is like so good, and I cannot stress this enough, right? So yeah, people just overlook Soul Whip, all right? It's like very underrated. You guys should honestly use this. Like okay, so compared to like Flower of Truth, Soul Whip, it deals like, yes, it deals kind of less damage, but then again, it can actually go past like 5 or 6 mobs. So if there's ever a herd, it just like, one strike, they're all dead. So yeah, that's one thing that's kind of good about it. Plus, you can, hit actually twice with this thing. It's just like having 100% attack speed. So you will be flaying this, right? So it's going to deal the exact amount of damage as you left click. And you can also be left clicking while you're doing this. Alright, so that's the gear that I use for room clearing. Okay, so during the terracotta phase, things are not going to be this simple, alright? You can just like pop in this set and be okay with it. So there's a different set. And the set here is, I don't know what happened to my Reaper Mask, but yeah, this is the set. Reaper Mask, you can use Necromancer Lord Chestplate, or anything else. It has something that has, good defense and health values. And I'm using Goldor, but you can always use like Necromancer. I was actually using Necromancer Lord since, like, Goldor, it has like very similar stats to Necromancer Lord. Actually, yeah, it's actually pretty similar. 545 to 55. Leggings are the same. Boots are kind of different, but yeah, you can use Necromancer Lord boots and leggings, and Necromancer Lord chestplate, and you will need a Reaper Mask, because Reaper Mask, it gives you 2 times healing from all sources, and other stats are not really useful. Only the first one, double healing, and it has a pretty decent stat. Since it's also legendary, you can put giant on it. And if you're going to craft Reaper Mask, there's actually a good tip that I'm going to give you. So first things first, you're going to start off this thing as a zombie's heart, right? So what you can do is you can apply the giant reforge on the zombie heart, and then go ahead and keep on crafting it till you get the Reaper Mask, right? And yeah, you basically, the apply cost, it's like on 1 mil if you're applying it on legendary. The zombie heart, it's like rare, so it's like, I don't know, 250k or something, so it's gonna be very cheap if you're crafting this. So I just had to tell you guys that. But I don't know what happened here. Oh, what happened to my Reaper Mask? Yeah, whatever. But yeah, basically this is the set that you'll be using during terracotta, and the pet will be blue whale. All right, there's nothing else that you can use. Blue whale is very good, and also, make sure to put everything on giant. So during the terracotta phase, since you cannot, like, actively kill them before they try to kill you, you're gonna have to use this. Reforge everything to giant, and put rejuvenate 5 on this, and also use your mana flux. Mana flux is going to be very important. All right, this is going to be your primary healing, besides, like, soul whip or any other stuff that you will be using. Okay, so you can also use like maybe Withercloak Sword. My friend told me this does work. So, like, 5-star Withercloak Sword, use it with Cleave, and you should be able to survive it. But then again, Soul Whip is again the way to go when there's like more terracottas. This can hit actually like more than 5 enemies at a time, and terracottas will obviously be crammed. So the more you hit, its siphon is gonna activate, and you'll be receiving like a lot of healing. So healing is not gonna be super good. So what I recommend is, going to your slayers and make sure you're zombie slayer level 8, just so you have gained that plus 50% health regen. And yeah, that's gonna make things much better. All right, so I think I spent around like 12 mil trying to get to zombie slayer level 8, and that was well worth it. All right, it was very good. So yeah, do that as well. So now I think I've explained most of the stuff that's necessary. Now I'm gonna do a voiceover on one of my runs, just so you can see, how I complete the run, and there is some tips that goes into it while you're doing the boss as well. So I guess we're just gonna get into it. All right, so you can see in the start of the run, I'm using the superior set, and room clearing, it's fairly simple. I'm just using my soul whip. I'm clearing the room, and yeah, basically I'm doing this without blessings as well, so I'm gonna do this with like very less blessings. And you can see right there's a frozen adventure. Now this is where superior kind of shines with its EHP and soul whip. You can see, all right, how good it is. Yeah, basically you stay a bit far away, you hit it, and bam, it's gone just like that. So yeah, soul whip is very good. So yeah, killing every other mob there is. And this is where Shelmet kind of comes into play. Shelmet is like very good. And yeah, mini bosses, in Superior, it's not going to be that hard. They die fairly quickly. Now, yeah, as you can see, I've opened the blood door. I still have zero blessings. Like, I've not done any puzzles. I've just rushed, and I think I killed many bosses, but they have not given me any dungeon buffs. So yeah. Now, something to keep in mind is, as you can see here, now Livid is going to TP to me. Yeah, okay, so yeah, here you see. There's actually Scarf. Oh wait, never mind, it's actually Scarf. Okay, so here you can see that Scarf TPs to me. It's always a good idea to just, clear Scarf or any other mini-boss that spawns in the blood room. Because, if it's a Bonzo, like, he's going to be kind of annoying. He has, like, he runs a bit faster. Now, if there's Livid, he's obviously, like, gonna... I think he just teleports to you and makes it so you have kind of a weird movement. Your mouse, yeah, he kind of like, takes control over your mouse, basically. And if there is Scarf, there's something weird with Scarf, and that is whenever, I don't know, after a certain time after a certain time passes, he kind of like floats into the air and he throws like, million like wither skulls. And yeah, that's basically instant death. So that's why I always recommend killing the mini boss fairly quickly. Now, yeah, I'm just letting the blood spawn. So yeah, there you go. Everything has been... So yes, they have spawned, and you can see how good Soul Whip is. Yeah, they'll be cleared out fairly quickly. Now, something to keep in mind is I'm using a superior set, right? Plus, I'm using a baby Yeti pet. And my Soul Whip is like not even maxed out, dude. So yeah. I kind of wanted to do this under a budget. What was my budget? I don't even know. Basically, the budget was, not spending a lot. So yeah, you can see blood room has been cleared. Now I switch over to Tiger Pet because I want to do the golems first, just so I can maybe get some roses. So yeah, getting roses, very simple. Just, hit the golems, wake them, and run over to the ledge. And basically go ham. Yes, I'm again using the soul whip because it can affect like multiple mobs, so this deals like a lot more damage than using Flower of Truth or Livid Dagger. So yeah, there you go, all done. So now I swap over to my tank set, then I switch over to the blue whale. Now here is the thing, all right, you guys see the place that I'm standing at, right? It's like right next to the ledge on the left side. Now, I don't know what it is, but if you're standing on this ledge, and especially on the left side, you take kind of less damage. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the pillar kind of like, stops a lot of the flowers from hitting you or whatever. I don't even know. But yeah, the second thing that, but the second thing that contributes to less damage is the terracottas will only be hitting you with their Flower of Truth rather than doing melee damage. So that's why it's always a good idea to just stay up on the ledge. Now, yeah, you can see I'm losing quite a bit of health there, but that is because I forgot to place my mana orb. I mean, my mana flux. Yeah, you can use that, just stay at one place. And yeah, use your Soul Whip. Soul Whip is very good for this. Anything else, I don't really know. Maybe you can use AOTS. It heals like 50 hearts per hit, so maybe it will be viable here, but I'm not too sure. I just use Soul Whip and it works very fine. So yeah, you can see it's working. You can also use your Ragnarok, just so you can maybe clear out some terracottas. And yeah, just keep placing your mana flux, just stay in a corner, keep flaying, right and left both. You gotta use both the clicks. Also, a little bit of a tip, it's good to do drugs. By drugs, I mean some potions. Yeah, they're gonna give you some extra healing too. So there you go. Now I again swap over to my superior set, and then I go towards the left side, and then I go inside of this portal frame. Now there's a good reason why I'm in this portal frame. Now there's a certain position where you stand, the boulder toss won't hit you when you're inside the portal frame. It kind of does not work here. Maybe it's because the giant was too close to me or something, but yeah, it does kind of work. Just place yourself right beneath the portal frame. When you're doing this, the laser guy or the laser eyes or the laser giant, basically, yeah, it can't hit you, and you can just use a soul whip, or you can use anything else, AOTS, or maybe even your flower of truth to deal some damage. And yeah, that's how you clear the giants. So now you can see Sedan is spawning. Now you can see I place my mana orb, and then I go towards the left side, and then I go into the portal. Now this is very important. You need to go to the left side because it triggers something in Sedan's AI that, he kind of stays there, and you can stay far back and you can hit him. Now you can see Boulder Toss does not really hit me. Yes, it's like, some instances it does hit me when I move out of the portal frame, but if I'm in the portal frame, it does not hit me at all. And even if it does, it's not gonna take like a huge chunk out of my health. So yeah, I can just like keep placing my mana orb and keep hitting him. Now, while you're doing this, you can also swap over to a tiger pet or something that gives you a lot more ferocity. So it really comes down to positioning. After you've positioned yourself so that the boulder toss does not hit you, and Sedan cannot use the laser, that's how you can swap over to a damaging pet. And also a good thing to do is not use Ragnarok. Yeah, a good tip is to not use Ragnarok, since like Ragnarok deals KB. And if you KB Sedan, then he is obviously gonna use his laser eyes, and then the boulder toss will start hitting you. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. So this is it for today's video. Tell me your thoughts down in the comments below, what you think, and what things I can maybe change so that it's less miserable. Like, yes, obviously the thing is I can get better gear, but this was supposed to be, since Berserker is not my main, right? This was supposed to be kind of like a cheap setup that can maybe cheese through floor 6, and it does that kind of well. Though the tank setup is not really that cheap, but it's there whatsoever. And I guess have fun, have a great day, stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.